Welcome to another episode of Mastermind Bites. Hi, my name is Fong. I'm an entrepreneur, business strategist, real estate investor, speaker, and also a best-selling author. And every single day, I help others unlock the potentials and guide them to succeed, whether it's to increase their credibility, to maximize their exposure, or to create multiple streams of income for them. Today on Mastermind Bites, I get to feature another great individual. And over the last few years, I have had the pleasure to meet and also to listen to some of the most amazing people in the world, some masters of their skill sets, and just to learn from them, hear their stories, and absorb that energy that they have. And I just want to share back some of the stories and share back some of those lessons learned that I've gotten from these amazing people. And today, I'm very excited to be able to feature Mr. Jeff Goldblum, actor, musician. He's a host of many shows. He's a voice actor. He's Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park. He's also the Grandmaster from Thor Ragnarok, and he's in The Fly. He's one of those actors that has done so many different movies and worked with so many amazing directors, one of them being Steven Spielberg. And he's just one of those people that is so unique in his way of acting and so incredibly talented and very smart as well, that he's able to do so many different things. He's also recently hosting the show The World According to Jeff Goldblum, which is on Disney Plus. I really enjoy this show. He's actually taken his acting career and then also moved into becoming that fashion icon. He's a food guru as well. He does a lot of shows on that. He does a lot of videos on fashion, on style. And personally for me, when I see some of the stuff that he wears, I think, wow, I don't think I could ever pull that off. But once I see it on him, I go, wow, maybe I should try that out. And it's a testament to the confidence that you have. That's something I learned a lot from him and also other people, is that whatever you wear it proudly, wear it with confidence. Even though if you're dancing, go out and dance with confidence, do whatever with confidence, and that confidence will actually come out and you'll make it look good. You'll make it be your style. And that's obviously something that he's done. He's very confident. He puts on those clothes. It's colorful, it's wild, and he just makes it his own. And he's now known as one of those fashion icons. He talks about fashion all the time. As I mentioned, he's worked with some amazing directors. He's very well known for his style. He's very well known as a person who lots of people want to work with. Now, not only because of his success as an actor that got him so much recognition and also so many fans to follow him, but it's his demeanor, it's his personality, it's the way he presents himself. He looks like he's a lot of fun to be with. When I met him at a conference, he was so fun to listen to, so fun to meet and take a picture with. And he's just one of those people who just makes you feel special. And he's always smiling. Wherever I see him being interviewed, wherever I see him in TV, he's always smiling. And the thing is, because of that personality, he's built up a huge following, especially on social media. In fact, there's people who has tattoos of his face on them. There's people who does lots of memes about him, especially this one right here, lots of memes on that photo. There's actually a Facebook post or a Facebook page that has over 300,000 followers on it, where they just post the same photo of Jeff Goldblum every single day. Now, his fandom or his celebrity status has gotten to the point where even in London, they erected a 25-foot huge statue of this character right there in front of the London Bridge. And that's amazing, because for somebody like him to be recognized that way for the 25th anniversary of Jurassic Park, it's one of those things that's absolutely incredible. It's a testament on how successful he is, how well he's able to reach out to his audience, and also how well he is to maintain that status because of who he is. Now, going through some of his material and also watching a lot of his interviews, and also being at one of the talks that he was at live, there's 4 things that really stuck out to me about Jeff Goldblum. And I think these 4 things are very important for everybody's successes and also everybody's business ventures as well, because it's worked for him. And I think these things would also work for you as well. The 4 things are: number 1, when you're looking at something that's ordinary, long enough and deep enough, you will find something that's extraordinary. Number 2, the Jeff Goldblum effect. Number 3 is his unique way of speaking. And number 4, it's always finding joy in everything that you do and everything that's around you. And these 4 things I find is very, very important because it's just epitomizes who he is. The first one I was talking about was when you look at something that's ordinary, long enough, deep enough, you'll find something extraordinary. And you'll really find this be put out in the forefront when you watch his show on The World According to Jeff Goldblum. He talks about shoes, he talks about sneakers, which is the same thing, and he talks about barbecues and pools. And the thing is, something that's a day-to-day thing, like shoes and sneakers, once you start diving deep into the shoe industry, once you start digging deep into why people find shoes so fascinating, why people collect sneakers, and you go further and further and further, you find something that's extraordinary. You find things that you never even thought of. It's actually taking him into different countries, made him meet different people, and also made him just kind of look at things in a different light. And when you watch him talk about these things and when you watch him on the show, you find that he absolutely finds things extraordinary. Even though if it's just a day-to-day item like sneakers, he looks deeper into it, he asks lots of questions, and those questions lead on to more and more things. And that's what we should all do. We should really start asking lots of questions on even some of the most ordinary things. And you never know where those conversations will go. You never know what the backstories are or the history of other people are. When you start looking at things from a different light and you ask the right questions, things become extraordinary. Things become more fascinating, and there's more interest in that because it's things that you've never learned about, or it's things that you've never even dreamed of. So I find that that saying very, very important. And as looking at the ordinary, you will uncover the extraordinary things behind them. And that's something that's pretty interesting to me. Number 2 is the Jeff Goldblum effect. And what I mean there is he is a person who not only bees himself, he is so himself that it's created a Jeff Goldblum effect. He's somebody who's so unique, so eccentric, so lovable, but still so smooth and so cool, and also have that style to him. He's so a little offbeat, sometimes a little awkward, but it's because of all those things combined that made him so versatile. He fits in sci-fi, he fits in serious movies, he fits in so many different genres of movies that to the point where he's basically playing himself. If you watch him carefully in all his movies, he's actually just him. Because when you compare that to him when he's being interviewed or him just doing his own videos and stuff like that, you see that it's his personality in all those characters, to the point where when you watch some of this stuff where he does voiceovers, it's not a dog. It's basically a Jeff Goldblum playing a dog. You could tell it's Jeff Goldblum because his speech pattern is so uniquely him. And the thing is, when you see him be himself in all those characters, that's what people want. That's why people cast him in those roles. It's because of who he is. He's so poised, he's so sophisticated, yet he also has that quirkiness to him. And that makes him absolutely something that's unique and something that's just purely him and so Jeff Goldblum, which is why there's a Jeff Goldblum effect. And because of that, that's why there's so many fans that would make tattoos with him and have those memes about him and create statues of him, because he's just so offbeat, yet at the same time so professional, so calm, so cool, so stylish. So I think that's very, very unique. Be yourself, because you could create your own effect and have people want to work with you because you're so uniquely you. And that's something he's done for him and for his entire career. Number 3 is his unique speech pattern. Now, his unique speech pattern is something that I'm sure lots of Toastmasters will go, nope, that's all wrong. You can't do that. You can't do that. Oh, look at all those ahs, look at all those ums. In fact, he creates weird noises in his speeches, and he creates all these stutters and all these pauses, and it's kind of unique. And what most people would actually say, well, you shouldn't speak that way. It's not good, especially for speakers. He's made it his own. And there was an actual question that asked, is Jeff Goldblum a person with a stutter issue? And he goes, no, no, no. It's actually something that he intentionally does to create an effect, to create a style, to create a uniqueness, which goes back to the Jeff Goldblum effect. It's his voice pattern, his speech pattern is so unique that even though if it's being voiced in a cartoon or an animation or claymation or whatever it is, you can tell it's him. And that's why people want him casted in those roles, because they want his voice, they want his speech pattern. He's made the stuttering, he's made the pauses, he's made the ahs and ums and the weird noises so uniquely him that you can tell it's always him. And he's kind of branded it as a Jeff Goldblum speech pattern. And you get to see a lot of people try and imitate that, which is pretty funny, but he owns it and he loves it. And he basically says he does that on purpose because it works for him and it's become his style. So you never know. Create something for your own style and be you, which goes back to the second thing. And number 4, find joy in everything that you do. And this is something that he's found, from his mother. He says that his mother was somebody who always dances, who always sings, who's always joyous. And that's why he finds joy in everything. If you watch his interviews, if you watch him speak at panels, if you meet him live, he's a person who's always smiling. He finds joy in everything. Even when people ask him weird questions or puts out a meme or a photo kind of making fun of him, he changes the subject. He goes and veers off on a different topic, but still adding value to that question somehow. And he makes it into a positive light. And that's what that's why he's so special, because he finds the joy in everything that he does. In fact, there was a video of him eating spicy food, and he constantly says, oh man, this is terrible, man, how do you eat this? But I love it, this is amazing. Like, he twists that around right away and he smiles, and you still see, yes, his eyes are watering, but he's still having a great time because he's finding joy of that. This is actually a lesson that we can pass on to parents as well. Your kids will always see what you do and how you act. And for him as a child, he saw that his mom was always happy, was always smiling, was always dancing and singing. If you can portray that image all the time, your kids are going to learn from that. And that's something I'm going to probably start implementing as well, because I want my kids to be able to grow up to have that joyous feel to them, to have that positive outlook and twist things from a negative to a positive and become more and more successful, just like Jeff Goldblum. So if you like this one, like I said, the 4 things that we were looking at from lessons learned from Jeff Goldblum. Number 1 is looking things that are ordinary deeper and finding out more about them. You'll find fascinating things about those ordinary items. Number 2 is create your own effect. Create the Jeff Goldblum effect that fits for you. Number 3, even though if you have a unique speech pattern or uniqueness of something that you do that's different than everybody else, make that your brand, make that your style. And number 4, find joy in everything that you do. Find joy in everything that surrounds you, because it will put you in a better limelight. It will put you in a mindset for more success and more projects and more ambition, which is exactly what he's done. So I found that Jeff Goldblum is an absolutely fascinating person, and he's so fun to watch. He's so fun to kind of study and also listen to, because he has so many different stories. He's a man of many, many quotes, and he has a great memory. He picks out quotes all the time that fits certain life lessons and certain life stories, and he's just so sophisticated with that quirkiness to him, which is why it's a lot of fun and an honor to have met him when he was in town here. So if you enjoyed this episode, please go back and watch some of my other Mastermind Bites. We have a lot of great features. And also we have 3 other shows, which is the Make More Mind Bites, the Peak Potential Success Show, and also Unlocking the Mind Behind Make More, Work Less. Remember, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. I always love seeing your comments. And until next time, today is the day to unlock your potential. We'll see you later.